G'day, that's Slot Car Guy here, and welcome back to the Slot Car Review. And I have another special delivery, one I did not know I was getting. But first off, a massive thank you to Andrew Lehman, who is the distributor of BRM here in Australia, who physically got this to my doorstep. And of course, a massive thank you to the team at BRM, who did send this Opel Kadett to me for review. And I truly am excited because BRM are one of my favorite cars to review because they look incredible. They're 1/24 scale and they are a lot of fun to drive. So stick around and buckle up because we are going 1/24 scale today. But as always, it's going to be a full unboxing, teardown and a hot lap. But before we do that, we have to have a visual feast of this car on track. So welcome back to another Slot Car Review, and before we do get into the review, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please follow me on Instagram and YouTube. Put up a comment, a share and a like. If you are liking my content, it does help the channel, but I couldn't help but surround myself in some BRM goodness with these two beauties. But straight away, let's get into it. Let's check out the box itself. And if you haven't seen a BRM box before, it is a shoebox design. Big logo in the front. I really do like how they do these boxes. On the side here, we've got the car details, and one very special thing I like about BRM, and of course Revo Slot being the sister company, they normally add their livery design in the corner, and that's really cool. So there's the box. Let's zoom on in. Let's do a full unboxing. We'll take a close look at the livery. Of course, we're going to do a teardown, and then we're going to go for some laps around my track. So let's dive headfirst into the unboxing and find out what do you get when you purchase the Opel Kadett 1/24 scale from BRM. Well, let's take a look together. And straight away, a nice big bit of plastic with some felt covering the car, keeping it safe. But take a look at that. The Opel Kadett in yellow. BRM really do an amazing job on detail on these cars. Also included is a co-pilot which you can affix to the vehicle. He's holding some notes, and I'll show you what else is in there without the co-pilot. Let's move the Opel Kadett because I don't want to ruin the surprise when we have a close-up look. Inside the box we have a BRM sticker. I do love my stickers. And we have a little baggie with the side mirrors that you can affix to the vehicle. Now this is my first BRM car that I have reviewed that does not have the documentation in there showing the layout of the chassis and the car choices. So please hit the comment and tell me if you have received one without the document as well. So the time has come. Let's have a close look at the Opel Kadett livery. We'll do a teardown and then let's go for some hot laps around my track. So let's take a close look at the finer details on BRM's version of the Opel Kadett in this beautiful yellow color. I do like a solid color, and the yellow I think really pops. It is a basic livery design with that bit of red down the center, but there's a lot of detail on here when it comes to sponsorship, decal, numbers, you name it. But let's move down to the rear rims. We have deep dish gold center rear rims with the chrome lip. Really well done by BRM. Their rims look very real. Above that, we've got this nice little blackout next to the rear window, and through that rear window you can see the red roll cage. Moving along the side of the door, if we have a peek inside the passenger side, you will see a fire extinguisher. That's where you can remove and put in your co-pilot with the notes. Moving to the front rim, of course, a nice little deep dish front rim, the same as the rear, but I do love those pump guards. They look really nice. So let's move around to the front and have a look at the front of this beautiful Opel Kadett. So here we are at the front of the Opel Kadett, and it looks absolutely aggressive. It's very plain and basic, but I do like the finish of this car. And from this angle, you can really see how wide those front and rear guards are. So let's have a look at the front splitter. Really big. It continues around the side of the car, up and over those guards. We have two nice air intakes underneath the Opel badging dead center of the vehicle. We've got a red tow hook sticking out, which looks really, really good. And those headlights look very, very realistic with the indicators on the side. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any active lights, but the lights have been executed really, really well. So now let's take a close look at the rear of the vehicle, and then I'll see if I can have a poke inside the cabin. So here we are at the rear of the vehicle, and very much like the front, clean, minimalistic, but again, look how big and pumped those rear guards are. Absolutely love the stance of this car. We've got Don't Cry Fight along the back of the vehicle where a bumper would be. Single chrome exhaust pipe or silver exhaust pipe down the bottom right hand corner. And I like how they've blacked out the inside to make it look like it's a real thing. I like the rear spoiler, a nice black line across the rear of the boot lid. We've got two little tie-down, silver tie-down boot lid pins, and we've got these brakes which look quite good. But of course, we don't have active lights. It'd be great if this car had active lights. And through that back windscreen, we can see the end of the roll cage in the red color. So let's see if we can have a quick zoom across the top and a little sneaky peek inside the cabin. So let's take a quick fly over above and see if we can spot any other details. We have two silver boot pins at the rear of the vehicle. We've got the massive Opel sign on top, two black windscreen wipers, and some more bonnet pins on the front. And the driver himself, you can see him sitting in his white jumpsuit with the red roll cage behind him. So there we have it. There's the car. Let's do a teardown, have a close look at the chassis, then let's go for some hot laps. So teardown completed, 4 screws only, very simple cars to pull apart if maintenance is needed. Let's start with the guide. These guides work very, very well on my Carrera track. We've got the front end, which is adjustable, moving down to the motor, which is an angle winder. It's a 19,000 RPM BRM blue electric short can, married with a 12-tooth pinion and a 33-tooth gear. And of course, we've got the BRM aluminium 2-piece adjustable chassis. So there is the shell, here is the chassis. Let's put it back together and go for some laps around my track. So here we go, Opel Kadett GTE by BRM, 5 laps. How fast can we go? And we're off into lap number 1. Through the first S's, very, very good straight line speed for this 19,000 RPM motor. Into the final corner, nice big kick out. Into lap number 2. It's looking very, very tidy. Into the final S, keeping it nice and clean. A little bit of a kick out there. Into lap number 3. And again, really good straight line speed. Keep in mind these 124 scale cars do like to get a bit tail happy, as you can see right there. Into the final corner. Lap number 4, here we go. First S's completed. Into the final S's. Last corner into the final lap with a beautiful drift around that last corner. Let's bring it home nice and strong. Through the final S. Into the final bend. And we are done. So the verdict is in. How did BRM's version of the Opel Kadett GTE perform around my track? Well, as always, I've cleaned the tyres, I've cleaned the track, and this car has to post 5 clean laps to register a fastest lap, which was a 12.32, which for a 124 scale car without magnets, without any weight, and a 19,000 RPM motor is pretty damn good. Now, these cars are a lot of fun to drive, and they're very, very tail happy without any weight or magnets, and I do enjoy driving 124 scale cars. So if you haven't tried a 124 scale, it is a different experience to your younger 132 scale brothers. So, do I recommend BRM? Well, this car, I absolutely love it. I think it looks good. The quality is always on point with BRM. The chassis are really well sorted. And the car, again, looks incredible. Looks like a model car. Do I recommend BRM as a manufacturer? Take a look around me. BMW, we've got a Mini. They are awesome looking cars, and they are a lot of fun. If I want to come out for 5 quick laps, I do pick up one of these and just go for it, because they are very simple to drive, because they're big, they're forgiving. So definitely a big thumbs up for BRM for me, and a massive thank you to BRM and Andrew Lehman for sending me this car for review. And of course, my reviews are all honest. These companies know when they send them, I'll be looking at them through my eyes only and how I think they perform. As always, at That Slot Car Guy on Instagram and YouTube. Thank you very much, everyone, for your support in 2022. Be safe, support your local. Ciao.
Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side.